streams, whether you bought a t-shirt or not. We love to see everybody hanging out with us. So just thank you for every which way that you support us.
Absolutely. Yeah, just even seeing all y'all show up is just awesome. Not even just from a support standpoint, just it's awesome hanging out with all of you guys. Like everyone in chat here, I love seeing chat go crazy when good things happen. It's awesome just to be a part of this, and thank you everyone for showing up and being alongside of us here during
Yeah.
this mission.
There's no way we're gonna keep up, y'all. We're gonna get to the point where we sort of pause the super chats and stuff, but people are gifting subs and they're spreading the love around.
Yep.
Chris Dibbs actually just did 50 red team memberships.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna pause that, like saying them out loud, but y'all keep spreading it around. It's such an amazing event that we're watching with Falcon Heavy here, and y'all are really sharing the love this evening. Just thank you for doing that. Don't feel like we've ignored you if we're not saying it out loud, because we're 4 minutes away from a rocket launch here.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of being just 4 minutes away from this rocket launch here, first off, our next milestone up in the countdown is not going to happen right up until T-minus 59 seconds. And at that point, the flight computer is going to begin final launch checks and it's going to take over the countdown. But until we
And
get to that point, go ahead, Chris.
oh, yeah, I was actually going to say, can I talk about the 2 payloads that are on board for like a minute? I promise I'll keep
Yeah.
it to a minute. You can time
Yep.
me.
And then I will do
Okay.
the countdown right after. Hit me with it, Chris.
Okay, cool. 1 minute starting right now. Okay, so there are 2 total payloads on board. There's one called Seabass 2, which is a communications relay for senior military commanders for the U.S. military. That is the primary passenger on this mission. Seabass 2, as its name implies, it is the second. The first one launched back in 2018 on an Atlas mission as part of an Air Force Space Command flight. So this will be the second one. The other one on board is LDPE 3A. We're a little bit confused about the A because there is no 3B, but it had an A for a reason. That actually has a couple of hosted payloads on board for the Space Force and 3 new sensor technologies that are being tested as well. And what's really cool is one of the payloads on board for the Space Force is called Catcher. And that is going to use a whole array of instruments such as lasers and radiation dosimeters to provide better space situational awareness in orbit. Done. 1 minute.
That was quite literally a minute. I was actually timing you.
And with that, I'm going to sign off to be here for the launch, but I will rejoin you all after liftoff.
Awesome.
Take it
Best
away.
of luck, Chris. Good luck out there.
The center
All right.
core LOX load has completed.
Adrian, you stole those words from my mouth. I was going to say RP1 and liquid oxygen load on the entire first stage is complete. Now, as we get up here in the last few minutes of countdown, we're going to notice the venting on both the vehicle and the strong bag will really pick up for a second, and then it will stop. Now, they're trying to vent out every little bit of propellant that's left in the strong back because, propellant is flammable. Propellant is explosive. You don't want anything flammable or dangerous around your launch pad, especially because SpaceX is trying to have a rapidly reusable launch system in every way. And that includes launch pads. So you want to get all your bits of propellant out, like we can see there, last venting from the strong back.
And stage 2 LOX load has completed as well.
Beautiful. Now I'm going to take you through a really, really quick countdown here. So,
sorry, there's the big vent, by the way, the stage 2 LOX load vent.
Yep. So at T-minus 1 minute, like I said, the flight computer is going to take control of the countdown. 15 seconds later, at T-minus 45 seconds, we'll get the final go for launch from the SpaceX launch director. That is basically them saying, everything looks good, we are go for launch. T-minus 20 seconds, propellant tanks are going to be pressurizing for flight. And then at T-minus 6 seconds, the engines on the base of the vehicle will ignite. All 27 engines. There will likely be a staggered ignition. That means that not all 27 ignite at once. They'll probably do 2 at a time or 4 at a time across literally milliseconds of time to stagger the ignition so you don't have a sudden, huge impulse of thrust on the base of the rocket. Obviously, at T-minus 0 seconds, we're going to have liftoff. And then 1 minute and 11 seconds into liftoff, we are going to go through max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Look at this, though. It's under 60 seconds now, Ian.
Oh, I am
Rocket
so
is
excited.
confirmed. The flight computer of Falcon Heavy has taken over the countdown.
And they're beginning gas closeouts on the vehicle. Beautiful.
The next thing we are waiting for is for the launch director to confirm go for launch, which might happen any second now. Go for launch was given for Falcon Heavy.
Beautiful.
Nice.
T-minus 30 seconds here on USSF 67.
Come on, Falcon Heavy.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
I am so excited. All right, now it's going to get pretty loud here right at liftoff and right after liftoff, so you're not going to hear us talk for about a minute or two. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the audio, enjoy the visuals. We'll meet you coming up on booster separation. But everyone sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. T-minus 10 seconds until launch.
And thanks for watching, y'all.
Absolutely. Now we should have engine ignition coming up. Bright green
Yes.
flash. Engine ignition and liftoff. The 5th Falcon Heavy takes flight as part of the USSF 67 mission.
Go, baby, go.
Falcon Heavy's cleared the towers. Oh, gorgeous shots
Oh,
right there.
gorgeous.
Unbelievable. Everyone stand by for sound. We're a few miles away, so it's going to take a few seconds here. Rocket's beginning to roll to get itself on the correct trajectory to make its way downrange.
That an auto track or a human track?
Look
don't
at it
know.
go,
I have
whichever
no
one it
words.
is. Gah.
Wow. Look at the plumes.
Unbelievable.
You can see these side booters throttling down, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, that is
Wow.
absolutely gorgeous.
It's like an
there.
upvote. It looks like an arrow of fire from this perspective.
Oh, I'm giving this rocket my upvote.
It's a bird of fire. It literally looks like a flaming bird. Oh, that is beautiful. And we should be coming up here in about 20 seconds here on side booster separation. Now, right when that happens, the boosters are going to immediately flip back around and start burning backwards to make their way back to Cape Canaveral to land. Now, like we said before, there should be a jellyfish effect. We're going to see that in a few seconds coming up on side booster separation.
Look
Look
at
at
that
the-
plume interaction.
The exhaust is already illuminated, like sometimes when it's a little bit further after
booster cutoff.
sunset. Yep.
Here comes Seiko.
But the whole exhaust
And we've
plume
had
is
booster
already
separation.
in the light. Look at that.
Get ready, everyone.
They're turning around.
And
Yeah.
boost back burn ignition. Wow.
That looks amazing.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my god.
Look at that. The side booster plumes are interacting with the plume of the center core. Look at that
Oh my
close up.
gosh. Look
You
at
can
this.
see the boosters themselves. You can
How
see
is
the
this
sooty
real?
peaks. Oh my god, look at that.
That's Dr. WD-40's feed.
And you can see they're canceling out their horizontal speed now. And they're flying their way back. Unbelievable.
This is the
Look at
one of the
this.
most stunning launches I've ever seen. Look at them.
And let's not forget about the center core. About 20 seconds from now, we should be seeing center core main engine cut off. But look at that.
Wow.
That looks like a waterfall.
What?
What am I supposed to say?
It's the whole screen is filled with cameras tracking this too.
Unbelievable. And you'll look at the RCS pulses. Look at that.
That is.
See them
I am just
reorienting.
speechless here.
Oh, we've had main
And
engine
here we
cutoff,
go.
second stage SEP. And we've had Merlin vacuum ignition. The second stage is now making its way to a parking orbit. Now, unfortunately, that's likely the last that we're ever going to see of that second stage because this is, like we said, is a classified mission. They don't want you to know where this is going, even though we know where this is going. So they're not going to show onboard shots or telemetry from the second stage from this point onward. But that's okay because we have this.
And live from the ground, that was incredible. We can still see the two side cores